Basic computer knowledge for beginners in information technology, IT. These are basic knowledge you should have for you to acquire skills, IT skills, productive IT skills. Basic computer knowledge for beginners in information technology. Number one, booting a computer. Booting a computer. Booting a computer is initiated by punching the power button of the computer. On punching the power button of the computer loads the BIOS first, which resides on the motherboard. Then the operating system, which most of the time resides on the hard disk. In other words, you see the computer loads the BIOS first, then loads the operating system. This whole process is called booting. While booting, the computer loads various pages which are seen in the screen or monitor as one page transits into another. The booting or boot process ends by loading the desktop page. When your computer finishes booting, it loads into the desktop page. Point 2, the desktop. The desktop. As already mentioned, the desktop is the very first page the computer gives you after booting. Very often, the desktop has an attractive image wallpaper as its background. Although the user can set any image of his choice as his background of his desktop. The desktop is very important to the computer. It contains program icons for launching programs, or file icons for launching files, or folder icons for launching folders. The desktop is also a storage location, that is a directory in the computer where files or folders can be stored or created. That's number 2 point, the desktop. That takes us to number 3, the taskbar. The taskbar. The taskbar is a bar at the base, the very bottom, at the base, the bottom of the desktop. You can see on the screen, it usually contains such two icons which may be used to launch items, folders, or programs in the computer. At the extreme left of the taskbar is the start menu. You may say the start menu is the most important icon on the taskbar. It is the one that is most frequently used among all those other icons. At the extreme left of the taskbar is the start menu. Okay, point 4, the start menu. The start menu. As already mentioned, the start menu is at the extreme left of the taskbar. It represents a route to several areas of the computer, such as directories, folders, launching programs, accessing services, and so on. Point 5, launching a program. Launching a program is done by clicking or double-clicking the icon of the program. If the icon of the program, that is software or app, exists on the desktop, it is double-clicked to launch the program. If the icon exists in the start menu or taskbar, it is single-clicked to launch the program. The program then opens as a window on the screen or monitor. To launch a program on the desktop, if the icon of the program is there, or you could launch the program on the start menu by finding the program on your start menu. Point number 6, shutting down a computer. Shutting down a computer. As a rule, shutting down, that is turning off a computer, is not done by punching the power button of the computer. Some moments ago, I already told you, you punch the power button of the computer to turn it on. But you don't usually punch the power button of the computer to turn it off. To turn off your computer, Turning off your computer is done by instructing the computer to shut down in the start menu. In the start menu, there is a shutdown command which you have to click upon to instruct your computer to shut down. The start menu contains the shutdown button, which when it is clicked initiates the closing of every running process in the computer. When all processes are successfully closed, the computer shuts down until it is powered again by punching the power button as earlier described. Point 7. Folders and directories. Folders, directories are storage locations in the computer. They are default storage locations in the computer. That is, storage locations that came with your computer. They are built into your operating system. Default storage locations in the computer include the desktop, documents, pictures, downloads, C drive. These are storage locations, directories in the computer where you can store files and you can create other folders into. Okay, the desktop, documents, pictures, downloads, C drive, to mention a few. Outside the default folders already mentioned, the user can create his own custom folders. Folders, default or custom, can hold other folders. In other words, inside a folder, you can't create another folder, and so on. Okay. Point 8, the File Explorer. The File Explorer is a window to navigate into any folder or directory in the computer. The File Explorer icon usually exists in the Start menu or taskbar. As you can see on the screen, you can see there is a File Explorer icon there on the taskbar. You may also have it on the Start menu. The File Explorer icon usually exists in the Start menu or in taskbar. The File Explorer is a window to navigate into any folder or directory in the computer. When you load the File Explorer, to your left, you're seeing several directories such as desktop, documents, pictures, downloads, C drive, and so on. You can navigate into any of them or navigate into any other content, any other directories in your computer using your File Explorer. Point 9, operating system. The operating system, OS, is the most important software in the computer. It is the software that controls the whole computer. Other software, that is application software, rely on the operating system to function. The most widely distributed operating system in the world is Windows operating system, developed by Microsoft Corporation, founded by Bill Gates, of course. Modern systems today have Windows 10 or Windows 11 running on them as the operating system. When you punch your power button and your system computer is booting, it is actually the operating system that is loading. Okay, these are 9 points a beginner in IT have to know. Booting a computer, that's point 1, the desktop. Point 2, the taskbar. Point 3, point 4, the start menu. Point 5, launching a program. Point 6, shutting down a computer. Point 7, folders and directories. Point 8, the File Explorer. Point 9, operating system. And hopefully you have been able to, you can identify all these items now, and you are prepared to learn more as somebody who is building skills, information technology skills, or building skills in the IT sector. Thank you. See you next time. Stay tuned. God bless you.